Hey, it's Susie McCrae, and on Passive has done it again with Oh Women. Oh Women is going to change the lives of women all across the globe. But I see things a little bit differently, and I'm going to share that with you today. So this may be different than how you look at it, but this is how I look at it. I see Oh Women not just transforming the lives of women across the globe, but I also see it transforming the lives of men around the globe. And here's why I see it that way. I was very fortunate to grow up in a loving family with wonderful parents who still happen to be with us. My mom's 90 and my dad is 93. And I was always brought up knowing that we treat each other as human beings. And I know it may sound a little crazy, but I've never really thought of myself as a woman. I've always thought of myself as a human being. So, where did I get that from? I was thinking about things after we were presented with Oh Women in our private webinar yesterday. And a lot of people may think that I have a whole bunch of women role models. But I got to tell you, as I was thinking about things, who my biggest role model was? My daddy, my dad. And I'll tell you why. When we were growing up, and even to this day, my dad was an excellent role model on how he accepted everybody as they were or who they are, nothing to do with race, what sex they were, what religion, what kind of education. My dad makes everybody feel welcome and comfortable in their own skin, especially being around him. So my dad was a true role model to me because I saw the way he treated my mom and the way he treats my mom to this day. He is so respectful and loving. And when we were younger, there were 7 kids in the family. My mom was worn out. My dad was always taking us out, playing with us, taking us on adventures, having so much fun with him so that my mom could recharge and get a break and catch up on her rest. To this day, whenever a woman enters the room, my dad stands up. So, seeing all of that throughout my childhood through adulthood, I see a man, my dad, who is strong enough to be sensitive. And I think that that is what Oh Women is going to show. I was in the corporate world and I saw a lot of men in the corporate world. And once again, I'm not saying everyone's like this. I'm just saying my perspective of what I experienced in my life. There were a lot of men who were cutthroat, bottom line, numbers guys, that they would just go through people and just they had their focus on moving on up. And what really used to upset me is women in the workforce who felt like they had to be like those men, that they had to be cutthroat in order to be successful in life or in their careers. And to me, that goes against everything that I ever grew up with or what I was ever taught. You see, the truth is, the men who I believe were very successful in business and in life, at home, with their children, were the men who were strong enough to be sensitive, the men who understood that it wasn't men and women, that it was human beings. It was men who really had a heart for other people. I remember several times in my career, I was told I was never going to make it because I was too nice and I cared too much about people. Well, quite frankly, I am so glad I went down the road I did in keeping what was ingrained in me growing up with my dad as the biggest role model, and not trying to be equal to what a man was in the workforce that was looked at as successful, who was cutthroat, maybe stepping on people to get to the top. So what I see is a paradigm shift happening now. And Ash Mufareh, our CEO of ONPASSIVE, has tremendous insight into this. And that's why we have Oh Women. Oh Women is a movement. It's a paradigm shift that is going to go out there, and it's going to touch so many people's lives, not just women. It's going to help men see the true value in being strong enough to be sensitive, to have that big heart, to care about people, to treat everyone as a human being. And that's what I see as true success in life, is treating everyone as a human being and having that big heart and helping people feel comfortable in their own skin and comfortable in life. And to my dad, I attribute that to him. And to this day, like I said, he still is a tremendous role model, and I'm proud to be his daughter. So Oh Women is gonna hit the globe, and I'm just so looking forward to how it's going to impact the life of women, but more importantly, how it's going to have a paradigm shift in the life of men as well. And with this combination, you're going to feel the earth move, and we are going to do great things with ONPASSIVE. Okay, so thanks, and I hope you enjoyed my insight. Like I said, my perception, a little bit different, but just wanted to share it with you. Have a great day.